In this video, I'll be showing you how to easily unpick serger threads. One of the hardest parts is knowing where to cut your needle threads, because that's the key, only cutting your needle threads and not the looper threads. And you want to cut the ends close before you pull so that they end up like this with just your looper threads long. So I'll show you on this side. Cut close and then pull, and you're left with long looper tails, but your needle threads are short. Now if we look closely and study the pattern, we can see that the looper and the needle thread intertwine a lot here. And so that's where, when everything's the same color, it's very difficult to not cut the looper thread too. So you can see the loops of the looper thread, and what you want to do is cut in between those loops. So if you slide your seam ripper up through there, you will get needle threads on your seam ripper to cut and not the looper threads. So just pull up through there and you've cut only needle threads. And going to the end, we're going to do the same thing to release those needle threads so that we can pull on them. Okay, and we'll go up a couple spaces until we've got something long enough that we can pull out. And if you turn your seam ripper, you get the rounded edge, and it's easier to pull those up and out without breaking them. Okay, and then one at a time, you're going to pull on those threads. Until they come out, and the next one. Okay, and then up to the other side. Again, we'll pull up on the needle threads until we get something long enough to grab onto. Okay. And one at a time. Pull them both out, and then all you're left with is looper threads that come right out. Okay, so with dark thread and dark fabric, we can see it's very difficult to make out what is what, but if you look closely, you can still see where the loops are and the space in between them. And slide your seam ripper through and rip out those threads. And again, before I pulled on this tail, I cut it very short and then pulled, so that what you see here are your looper threads and your needle threads are very short. So that'll help me as I try to pull them up so that I can grab them. Again, going in between the loops to find them. And just gently work them out. Okay, so there's my needle threads. Pull on one. And the other. Okay, and back up to this side. There's my needle threads, and I'm going to do one at a time and pull those out. Okay. The other one, you'll know it because it's shorter. Pull it out, and lastly, the looper threads, and it's all removed. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, share, and subscribe.